morning. It's August 28th. I'm in my garden, and I just can't help but feel a little defeated. For the amount of things that I have sown and grown and planted, I thought I'd have a lot more produce by now. I did good with zucchini. That's been coming along. The tomatoes do look like they're growing. Not a lot of getting red. With the amount of plants, I thought I'd have more. Then some of the tomatoes that started growing, I have blossom end rot. That keeps happening over and over again. So, I don't know. Let's take a tour. You can see it's full of stuff, but like I said, I wish I just had more. Maybe I'm just feeling sorry for myself. But look at these purple flowers that came up on their own. Tried growing a few different flowers, 2 different types of morning glory, and they didn't do well. But these guys voluntarily came up, and now that I'm looking at it, it might be 2 different varieties of whatever these flowers are. They kind of look like morning glory, but they're definitely not the ones that I grew, because those were all in pots and they're not doing well. So let's see what's going on this morning. The bees are definitely doing their job. They're all over the garden this morning. So here's my squash. Took one off here the other day, and so far for the whole season it looks great, but I've gotten one fruit. This over here, which is doing the best of my yellow pears, is now looking crappy, but still has a ton of tomatoes on it. I've already come through, and I usually grab them as they come in to ripeness and just have a snack. But I do have tons here, tons, even though the leaves don't look great. And perfect example, this was doing great, growing in here, and now it has some kind of blossom end rot starting. Tickle all the tomato flowers so if the bees don't get to them. So very big. What I did to hold all of this up, which I don't think I've ever talked about really, is put poles at the end of each row, and then I use rope going from the row to, from the pole to the fence, and I intertwine them, and that's what's holding them up. Now here's another one. These guys have been growing awesomely, and now this one has some kind of problem going on with it. They seem to be stuck at this size. These look good. I was hoping they'd be bigger, but they do have fruit. Still coming up, still coming too. Then we have, okay, that was actually the Rosa Sicilian. The first one was the Brandywine Pink. This is the Valencia. I have already taken a couple of tomatoes off of here, and still some growing. This was a yellow pear, did not do well. This is our Romo tomato, literally just 3 little tomatoes. And this was the Terminate, I believe. It's supposed to grow a lot taller than this, according to the seed package. That's why I put it along the fence. And they're supposed to all, grow together and all come to fruit together. So if that's all I got, there'll be no sauce. These are the green zebra. One totally died. This one has a few, and I think these are finally ready to come off. However, they're not very big. I thought they'd be much bigger. I have one here that I've kept on here, even though the plant itself looks like crap. It's still doing well. And again, leaves look crappy, but I have one black crim on this tomato plant. disappointed with the amount of tomatoes I'm getting on each plant. This whole row here are my Cherokee Purple. I do have a bunch of tomatoes on here. Again, not as much as I would have hoped. And I'm just hoping that these guys get ripe and I don't have the blossom and rot problem. But I do have a bunch of them. When I first started put these into the ground, I only had these three. And then these were others that I was growing up inside for a little longer. And they all caught up, in my opinion. These here, not a lot of tomatoes at all. So, see why I'm feeling a little defeated? I mean, all this work and this is what I'm getting. I wanted more. But maybe I'm just being a whiny bitch. Because I will get a bunch of tomatoes out of here. But not enough. Wham! Okay. These did not do well at all. Note to self, I'm not sure these orange Virginia sweets do well in my yard, because I don't see barely any flowers at all. That's them. 1, 2, very sad. And 3, looks like it wants to grow, but it's just not. Here's my other black creme. I have been getting tomatoes on here, but everyone that I seem to grab, when it gets even close to being big enough, ends up having blossom and rot. So, but there's another one down there. And this is the black cherry, our cherry tomato. I said it tolerates the shade a bit. It did not do that great. So I do have some, but that's that for the tomatoes, except for the ones I have in pots. I'll show you in a sec. But that's what we're here. That's what we're at for the tomatoes. Since I love the tomatoes most to eat, this is what I was most hopeful for, is to get a ton of these. And with the amount that I've started and grown, I thought I'd have more. So let me show you the ones in the pots. Container garden. So this is yellow pears. No, wait a minute. I'm questioning myself, because these are definitely yellow. And I've already gotten a bunch off them this morning. This little pile. And those definitely look yellow, so maybe I mixed them up. Aren't surprises nice? I agree. Bunch of fruit. Don't look great. Containers are definitely harder to grow in because of how hot, especially this summer, has been. They dry out so fast. So, but I do want to talk about these down here. These plants that are in these small pots are just stems that broke off of the plants in this container. And I came out one morning, they were bent over, broken. I decided to see if they'd grow in here. I literally just put them in the dirt, watered them, and they are growing. And I already have tomatoes on. Oh, that's a small one too. So there's 2 in here and 1 here, and this small one already has some little tomatoes. That's my pepper. I'm not sure what kind of pepper it is. It was a mystery one. Here's my Cherokee Purple in a pot, and it's doing great. But I still have the same problem where they get big enough where you think you can get them, and then they get blossom and rot. But so far, knock on wood, they will do good. Okay. This one is another Cherokee Purple in this container that I had carrots in. I still have 1 carrot growing. Carrot story for another day. I had them in this pot. I will do it today. I had them in this pot. They were doing great. I underestimated how hot it gets in this pot, and I kind of forgot for a day or so to water it. And so I came out here one day and all the carrots just looked like crap. So I took what I could get It was small carrots. I left a couple in here, and then I ended up reusing this pot for one of the tomatoes. And in here, I have a raspberry plant, which actually looks super happy. No raspberries, but I don't think you get them the first year anyway. And then this is our mystery plant that we found in the garden when we were cleaning up. I took it, potted it up, let it grow on a little bit longer, and then we finally just put it in the ground over here. There were bees on it this morning. There's no female fruit yet, so I still don't know what it is, but it definitely looks like a zucchini plant, especially with this marking. That kind of looks like powdery mildew, but it's not. That's exactly what my zucchini looks like. So, I guess the surprise is still yet to come. Cucumbers are doing great. They're all doing their job, trellising up this makeshift thing that I made. I've already harvested a couple off of the market more, so I have this one growing. I have one coming down. I don't know if you see that because the sun's right in the way. Got a bunch more growing. And as soon as the sun comes, the leaves do this. So I was just out here an hour ago before I went and run my errands, and I watered them, and the leaves look good, but the sun just, I guess, slams it. Peppers. We got some smalls, still growing. Some peppers. We're on a roll now. There's a bunch of small peppers in here. Not sure if you can see anything. This is one of the earliest peppers to come out, and this plant has 2 on it so far. More flowers. The purple pepper. It's grown a little funky. Not as bell pepper like, but I was very surprised to see that they actually grow purple. I thought that all bell peppers started off green and then riped onto their color, but not these purples. Now this is what bell pepper like. Okay, I can't see that, but it's so freaking cute. There we go. Move that way. And oh yeah, more back there. So these are going fine. I have another green there. They all seem to be popping up now. So the first row, the chocolate beauty, those are on the small side. Only a couple of fruits coming up. This 2 rows here are my orange sun, so all the green ones should ripe to orange. Like I said, the purples in this row here, they're growing out purple. Oh, there's a few back here too. Oh yay! I don't know if it's gonna come through. It's too sunny to do this, but because of the shadows. But still want a record of this, even if only I ever see it. These are the yellow sunbright. We have a bunch in here. These started growing early on too. Well, there's 3 right on that plant there. And these are the red California Wonder. And those are, I got a bunch in here too. Looks like at least each plant in here has at least one. These 2 are my eggplant. I am not sure if these are ready to, if they're just too small. I don't want to, they're definitely small for what I see for eggplants. So this is the first time I'm growing eggplants. And I'm pretty sure you're supposed to wait till they're shiny. I don't want them to go too far and get too big and not be ripe at the right time. So I'm gonna have to look up. This is looks gorgeous. It's so small. It's still small, but it's beautiful. And this plant, the first one I just showed you, has another one coming. So I'm almost wondering, should I just take it? I gotta do some research. Can I just take it at any time? If you know, let me know. My mystery purple flowers that I thought were my pole beans growing. Look, I put poles here. I put this trellis here. And then one morning I come out here and they're beautiful purple flowers. I tried growing morning glory, which these kind of look like morning glory, but these are not the ones or where I sowed the seeds. They were blue on the package, but I know sometimes that does mean, oh gosh, look at this. All right, through the camera it looks pink. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Look at that fuzzy little bee. This bee is full of pollen and nectar. It's so cute. Oh, there's a few of them. Oh, there's one right in front of the camera. Oh, there's two now. Where are they? I can get a both right there. Don't forget to stop in at the bath. Get a drink of water. Thank you. Thank you, bees. I love them. I absolutely love them. And if this was just a happy accident, I mean, purple flowers in my garden with the purple theme this year. How great. They even on my one stalk of corn. So what I've been doing is coming out getting the pollen from these things. You could just take one off, I think, which I'm gonna. And try to pollinate. Doesn't even show the silks yet, but we're supposed to make sure all the silks are pollinated. And especially since I only have one stalk, I'm babying it because I want this corn. I want to eat you. Corn is such a terrible thing for me to grow. Not terrible, just doesn't work for me. Like I said in other videos, or if this is the first time you're hearing me say this, in my yard it's hard to sow seeds direct because the animals come take them. I put in 70 seeds of corn, and this is the only one that went. And typically you need friends of corn for the wind to move the tassels, and then the pollen from here goes on to the silks of the other plants around it. So since we don't have friends to do that, I have to pollinate myself, and I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that. This big mashup, like I said, I thought these were going to be beans. I mean, the leaves are very susceptible, and they're vining, and I planted things there that should have been beans. So everything else in here you'll see are a lot of bush beans. This is one of the last things we sowed. I had my niece come out and help me with it, and we sowed a bunch of beans in here, and I've already harvested some of the purple ones. I'll go on the other side to see if I can find any today. I have some watermelon growing, the little sweet baby watermelon, those sugar baby watermelons. I keep getting some. I had one on this plant and someone took it because it's gone. There's more here and here, and it looks like water didn't get down here. They look thirsty, so just threw some water down. Let's check on those purple string beans. And I can already see some, yay. I'll put some over there too. It's gonna be too hard to film, but I'm gonna get some of these green beans out of here. I've already come through and picked a bunch. And so the more you pick, the more you get. But I wasn't even trying to make this neat over here. So now they're just a big bumbly mess. But it's a good one, beautiful. I'll do that after. And then also in here, 3 more zucchini plant, 4 more zucchini plants. I forget what I did, but they grew great. And they're kind of just being shaded out by this giant baby, my big zucchini plant that wanted to get in the ground before anything else. And it's been producing awesomely. And it looks like I just noticed another one coming in. And this one is one that just didn't make it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. And that's all I can see. But under here, we have another one growing. And it's still small. I don't see any girl flowers yet on those. But I'm kind of just letting them do their own thing over here. I think one's getting snuffed out over there by this one, but it's back there. Yeah, you can't see. Anyway, there's 3 under there. Trust me, trust me. There's 3 more zucchini plants under here. Kind of thought this one was done, even though it produced awesomely. But then I just came out and seen that one that's growing. But this plant, I grew around this plant stand and was hoping that it would just continue to go up here, but it just started growing that way and I just kind of let it go. And there it goes, it's still going. And I'm not messing with it because it looks happy. So my bird bath the other day, bird bath, bee bath, butterfly bath, wildlife bath, I think I was calling it anyway. I put one of these, I had ripped off one of these flowers by accident, and just for fun I said, oh, let me throw it in here, see if it will root or do something, and it did. And it has flowers. So that's good. I put a spider plant out here, and it's actually doing fine. I actually put 2, one did not do so well. I have pothos out here. I think it's too much sun for it eventually, but it's got roots. And I could use a little bit more water, so I'm going to add that. This only works when it's sunny out because it's solar powered, but it's looking cute. There's just a couple that I plucked off today. This was the Rosa Sicilian. They were the ones that have been looking so awesome and beautiful because I love the shapes they're making. And then this happens. All right, so that's it for the tour today. And as you can see, the reasons why I'm feeling a little down, but I should really be happy at all that I have grown. And that's what I'm gonna think about. Everything that's grown, the surprise flowers, still have a ton of tomatoes, just have to be ripened up, and I will eat them this whatever size they are. I do have to do a lot of cleanup in here. I think what I'll do next is trim up all the bottoms of the tomato plants at this point, since we are at the end of August. Get rid of all the leaves that are unnecessary, and so all of the nutrients coming from the ground and the water is going directly to the fruit. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that for the peppers as well. I should have taken off some of those bottom leaves, taken off more of those bottom leaves, because I have been trimming them up. Anything that gets close to the ground, get rid of them. Anything that looks bad, get rid of them. But they've been growing, so I just thought everything's great, it's gonna be fine. And now later in the season I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should have done it sooner. But hey, it happens. Everything's still gonna grow, we're still gonna love it, we're still gonna eat it all. Okay, so I did a lot of trimming, getting all the lower leaves off the peppers and the tomatoes. And I'm hoping this helps the actual tomatoes grow and ripen before the season ends. It usually stays warm into September, even the beginning of October in my zone. So it is possible to get more, but this is where we're at today. And with all of this cleaned up, you can see a lot more of the tomatoes. And a lot more airflow between the tomatoes themselves, especially, you can tell if we're down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this one black kerm right here, and then hope for the best for this other little guy. And I'm going to also harvest these 2 green zebra. They've changed the color, they feel pretty ripe. They didn't get as big as I wanted them to, but I definitely don't want them to get blossom end rot like I've been finding in so many tomatoes around the garden. We also found this little Romo tomato, the San Marzano, and one of the 4 little tomatoes growing. One got ripe already, this one. So we'll have to eat that. So have an awesome day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.